Let's talk about the National Identification Authority because it has announced the commencement of the mass Ghana card registration across all 16 regions of the country. This mass NIS rollout project will begin in the Greater Accra region from the 29th of April and end in the Central region 31st of March 2020. The exercise entails the registration and issuance of smart dual interface Ghana cards to 85% of Ghanaians aged 15 years and above. F4 Evans Chinwe has more.
Ghanaians have complained about the NRA's delay of the mass registration, although the authority started a pilot registration in June 2018. The authority is, however, confident about the new date and hopes the citizens will comply accordingly. Executive Secretary of the National Identification Authority, Professor Kenneth Agyemang-Atefua, stated that the Ghana card replaces other cards and that institutions which refuse to acknowledge the card will be breaking the law. NRA registration of children under the age of 15 years will commence after the conclusion of the mass registration exercise, where they'll be issued with 2D barcode Ghana cards.
The pilot phase enabled the NIA, most especially, to fine-tune and improve the technical system to achieve registration and instant issuance of cards at the moment within 15 minutes. The NIA is now ready to register the larger Ghanaian society and issue them with a Ghana card. Accordingly, the registration exercise and card issuance will start on Monday, the 29th of April 2019 and end on Saturday, 6th July 2019 in the Greater Accra region. It will then be systematically extended to the rest of the country on a regional basis. This mass registration plan has been prepared to complete the registration and card issuance of smart dual interface Ghana cards to 85% of Ghanaians aged 15 years and above between 29th April 2019 and 31st March 2020. Thereafter, Ghanaians under 15 years will be registered and issued with 2D barcode Ghana cards. The registration exercise will also be extended to cover Ghanaians in the diaspora following the completion of the domestic registration. NIA will undertake this exercise in close collaboration with the Ghanaian missions abroad and the Office of the Diaspora Relations at the Presidency and such other Ghanaian associations in the diaspora as will be able to provide us useful assistance.
The card is valid for 10 years, after which every citizen will be required to renew it at a fee. Replacement of the card upon loss or destruction at any time will also attract a fee.
This registration is free of charge. All Ghanaian, qualified Ghanaian, that is a Ghanaian age 15 and above, need to do is to turn up at any of the registration centers within their locality. And they are to do so equipped with the following. 1, a genuine birth certificate, or 2, a valid Ghana passport, or 3, a valid certificate of acquired citizenship. These are the the registration documents that are required for the registration. There are other identity documents that I'll speak to in a moment. But in order to register for and be issued with the Ghana card, an applicant must have the Ghana Post Digital Address Code. Residential, not office. We're referring to the Ghana Digital Address Code of your residence, not of your office. Without this digital address code, you will not be allowed to register. And the courts have recently held that in March, just this March, that the NIA's insistence on a digital address code to be provided by Ghanaians is lawful and does not violate anyone's administrative or human rights.
Over 7,000 temporary staff have been recruited and trained for deployment in the mass registration exercise across the regions.